Hey folks, welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam, and you have found yourself in a somewhat of a special place, no? Maybe not. I don't know. We're going to unbox my Essen haul, and as Peter has already kind of stated, I did not go to Essen. And so, how in the world might I be able to have an Essen haul if I was not actually there? Curious indeed. Well, I've got a couple of friends over there in Germany, and they are wonderful people. I consider them family, friends that are considered family, the Urbanics, Martina and Alexander. And they have a little, what they call a fringe event at Essen that they hold. I believe it's on a Saturday nights. I don't know if they have always, but it's usually been the last night of the convention. And it's just a way for a time where they use the kind of like the fellowship hall of their church, and they invite in various different publishers, various different people from the local community there, and also from the broader board game community to simply just have a night of food, games, and fun. And I met them first time years ago. One of the first times I think we went to Essen, they were fans of the Dice Tower, and so this was back when I was with the Dice Tower full time, and got to meet them there, and we've just kind of kept in touch. Not last Christmas, but the Christmas before, when the family went to go visit my daughter, who was stationed in Ramstein in the Air Force at that point. When we went and visited her, we made a point to meet up with Alexander and Martina. And they actually went to Bitburg with us, which is where I used to live when my dad was in the Air Force when I was back in middle school. Back when it was still an Air Force base. It's not anymore. But anyway, that's the relationship that we have with Alexander and Martina. And we keep in contact through email, and we see them every once in a while here on the channel, but they've been kind of going through the ringer with health issues with Alexander, and so they haven't been able to make a whole lot of live streams lately. But so if you're of the praying sort, please put them in your prayer list for Alexander's health specifically, and that Martina is able to keep up with them. So they're wonderful people, and so they asked. They were going to be going to Essen, and they asked, "Is there anything we can get for you?" And so, on a whim, I sent them the top 10 list that JT and I did, where I just said, here's my list of things that I would probably be purchasing if I were at Essen. Whatever you can do, fine and dandy. Not expecting, the whole idea was, I don't know exactly what I said to them, but the whole idea was not expecting much of anything, but whatever you can do. Because I knew that they were struggling with health things, so I didn't want to put anything on. Well, them being who they are, they got everything on my list. And they sent everything on my list. So that's just the kind of people they are. They're very graceful, very gracious, very generous. They are just lovely people. And that is how, Peter, I am able to have an Essen Hall unboxing video. It is only and singularly because of the graciousness and the generosity of Martina and Alexander. So that's how that worked out. Wife and I will be at Essen and UKGE, Joshua says. That's awesome. UKGE is really one of my favorite conventions to go to. That's one of the ones that I probably miss the most. I used to live in Germany, so I enjoy Essen as well, but it's more of a nostalgia-driven enjoyment than anything else. I at my core enjoyed UKGE. So those are two of my. I like both of those conventions better than almost any of the conventions that are here. Now, the conventions that are here in America, I have affinity for in a number of different ways. But the two that I miss going to the most is number one, UKGE, and number two, ESSEN. And really the reason I miss ESSEN so much is because I miss seeing Alexander and Martina. But that is that. Let's see here. So I've answered Peter's question there, curious. Good morning, Victoria says. Good morning, Victoria. Good to see you. Mike is here. Tom's here. Said hi to Joshua. Vanessa's here. What's up, everyone? Good to see you, Vanessa. Thank you for being here. Have you been to ESSEN since you left the Dice Tower? Maybe with Mythic. No. As a matter of fact, I didn't. The last time I went to ESSEN, I had my interview with Mythic. And then right after I got hired, 2020 hit and COVID hit, and conventions kind of dropped off the radar there for a little bit. So no, I haven't been back to ESSEN since I've been with the Dice Tower. Anyone else? It's probably because I'm speaking this way and it's away from my microphone. See, here we are, nice and cozy all of a sudden. Yeah. But it's lower than normal for me. Gotcha. Sorry. Just deal with it. Sorry. Yeah. Ramstein. No, not that Ramstein. Ramstein Air Force Base. Just got koi in the mail this morning, and now it is now hidden to wrap myself for Christmas. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Yeah, I know. Du hast mich. Yep. All right, so we are caught up. So I'm not going to show you all of the boxes because this is one of them. The other one is much too large to actually pick up. So we're going to start with the small one, and then we're going to go on to the larger one. And I wish Philip was here. He'd be able to see. I have it. It is a Figment. I haven't lost it. It is here. I've got it. I don't lose it. It's here. Okay. But so we open, and open. There we go. Close that up. That's just it. Just hold your mic like that the whole time. No, not going to do that. All right. So I know what this one is because they said they had to put this one in a separate box. It just wasn't fitting well any other way. So this will give you a little bit of a idea of what this is. Is it mine? No. Okay, good. I've got. Where's the other one? Yeah. This will kind of tell you what this is. The Dignitary. Ooh. I don't even know what this is. But it's foil. And why is it in this one? Ooh. I like these. This is actually a different game, not the one that's in here. This is for a game called the Synchronite or Synchronite Foundation core game required. So expand your Synchronite Foundation arsenal with 17 unique dignitary cards. All right, so this isn't indicative of the game that's in this box. It is something else, but I'm sure we will see this maybe in the other game. We'll see. I don't know. But here we go. There is a little pack of cards. Not what you were looking for. This, however, would not fit in the other game, in the other box. Oh. Ooh, well, just broke that. And here we have it. Luthier. I'm just gonna throw that. So I finally got a copy of Luthier in. This is one that I have been really wanting to get, and we actually played a game of this the other day on. Oh, there's a little Paverson game sticker. Aww. That's going to go right over there. And so, Luthier. This is, we played this on the channel, and at that point, I didn't, let's see, did I know for sure? No, I don't think I did because we were playing it, I think, the weekend of ESSEN. So I didn't know for sure that I was going to be getting this yet, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. But this is a very fun game. It is a heavy game, not just physically, but it is also, there's a lot going on. But it's not as difficult from a gamer's perspective as one might think that it is. Now, this is not by any means a gateway game or anything like that. No. This is definitely a gamer's strategy game, but it is not as convoluted as it might look like it is. I'll put it that way. Anyway, Vanessa has to go. See you later. Meeting a friend for lunch. Have a great time. Thanks for being here. That looks pretty. It is. Sabaton was great, by the way. Thanks a lot, Joshua, for rubbing it in my name. Yeah, I can imagine. Jeez, singing Primo Victoria in Germany with 16,000 Germans is quite something, I imagine. When you are done, you need to tell us which one you want to play first. I will. I've already played this one, so that's kind of off of the table, so to speak. But you kind of get the idea. So, so this is kind of an interesting thing because this is already not on my shelf of shame because I've already played it. But it is one that I want to play again because I did really enjoy the game. All right, making a huge mess. All right, let's go ahead and get down to the table. We'll take a look. So Luthier, the one thing that is that we did not get the like super deluxe copy version of it. We got just the kind of retail edition. But wow, I mean, everything about this game just is a wonderful production. And again, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time because we do have a whole lot of stuff to get to, but you kind of get the idea. Just a lot of good stuff in here. It was such a fun game. And I mean, this is just, you know, help guide for the goals, the awards, and then all of the different patron powers. So you get an idea of the amount of complexity that's here, but the mechanisms are pretty smooth. So there you have it. The rehearsal, a guided round for new players. Look at that. I didn't even know that came with it. Well, no, I'm sorry. I think Doug, the guy who we used his copy and he came and taught the game to us. He told me about this, but I didn't know it was like this. That's pretty cool. All right, here are all of the different families that you can be in the game and so forth. So that's cool. I like it. Again, I'm not going to really be doing a whole bunch. Here is the board. So it's huge, but it's cool. I like it. And then all of this stuff, I'm not going to punch any of this stuff out. Wow, that's not bad, actually. Okay. They said that they didn't get me the deluxe version, but the non-deluxe version has all this stuff in it. So basically the deluxe version, it is, you know, all of this stuff has actual printing on it. But, I mean, yes, that's good. That's cool. But all of this stuff is like wooden pieces. And so I'm actually very happy about this. I was expecting much less as far as the component quality is concerned. So I'm very happy, actually. So yeah, sweet. These are all really nice pieces. This is deluxe enough for me, frankly, and I think that's great. Awesome. Again, I'm not getting into all of these because, like I said earlier, we do have a lot of stuff to unbox here. So I'm trying to think time management here more than anything else, but I am very happy to have Luthier part of my collection now. It is Vincent Dutrait's artwork, and it is a beautiful game, and it's one of those things where I really kind of wanted, even though this isn't my kind of bread and butter, so to speak, this isn't really well inside my wheelhouse, the fact that it's got Vincent's artwork on it, Dutoit, I think, Dutoit, I don't know how you pronounce his name. Anyway, Vincent, since it has his artwork on it, I really wanted it, and it's one of those kinds of games where it has his artwork on so much of it, and that's another reason why I wanted to go ahead and grab it. But Dave Beck and Abe Burson were designers. Vincent Dutre? I don't know. Anyway, great artist, and I'm very happy to have this as part of the collection now. So, let's see. I won't be able to put games. Should have set myself up another chair over here, but I'm running out of room here in a little bit. Put that over there as well. All right, so now we're going to, that looks very deluxe to me. Yeah, I know. What's in the deluxe version? Well, I said, what's up, lady? Good to see you. Vanessa, Jesse is here. Jesse, yeah, that's another thing. Let me go ahead and say that. Jesse would be here. She contracted pink eye last night, yesterday at work. All of those clean little, all of those little clean kids that she works with. Yeah, she got pink eye from one of them, and so she has to take the next couple of days off. We were going to do a live Q&A. I'm sorry, a live play, but I did not want to put her up here while she is in an amount of suffering. So we decided not to do a live playthrough, just do this today. So we'll see how she's coming along, and we'll go from there. But that's why we aren't doing a live playthrough, and we're just doing this unboxing. Okay, so now we're going to break into the big box. Let's see, where is it? Right there. That's the... There we go. Just like that, and like that. Oh, there's a little bit over here. Get that through there. And that right there. Okay. There we go. And let's see if we can get that in there. Get in there. There we go. And then we got to get this. Judo chop. And just like that. All right. So the box is open. Yeah. Chimney Games. Little monsters. Yeah, you can say it. Right, little ankle biters. Oh, Peter. The deluxe version has all of those pieces were screen printed. That was one of the things in there, and then there were a couple of other things that I can't remember, frankly, but they were deluxeified versions of their retail copy counterparts. And the difference, Martina actually told me, she looked at the deluxe version, she looked at the retail version, and she said that the difference between the two, in her and Alexander's opinion, were not worth the extra cost and the extra weight. So I trust him. And quite frankly, looking at those components, that trust, I think, was warranted. I don't think there is chopping in judo. That was a Saturday Night Live from Mike Myers. I think Mike Myers was the one. Maybe it wasn't Saturday Night Live. Maybe it was. I don't know. I want to say it was Austin Powers. Judo chop. You know, so, I don't know. All right. So packaging. Bye. 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 Wow. Look at this. This tells you. This gives you an idea. I don't know if it is the people. Nubbins 13, thanks for the prize, Sam. Ain't no contest like it belongs in museum contents belongs. Thank you, appreciate that. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay, so this may be the people that, but I don't think it is. I think this is actually Alexander and Martina. Every single thing is wrapped within packaging. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. All right, so let's do a couple of these small things first. What are these? I think I know what they are. Oh, Boy Scouts. Oh, always cut away from you. Ooh. Well, geez Louise. I'm an idiot. I just spilled coffee all over my... So hopefully the computer doesn't short out. I'm an idiot and I'm okay. Let's try to get this out before it sinks in. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. I'm an idiot. All right. Hopefully, I have averted a shutdown, but if not, you'll know what happens. It's always kind of unsettling when did the laptop freeze? No. No, it's not. I think we may have averted crisis. I think we may have averted crisis. I will bring him another coffee. I'm not worried about the coffee. I didn't spill all of the coffee, which is good. It is in a container. So I think we're okay. Watching Sam unwrap board games while I'm wrapping up board games for Christmas. Okay. Let's not cut that direction anymore. Goodness gracious. TP to the rescue. Laptop is working fine. Yes. All right, good, good, good. Super duper. Very cool. Thank you so much. All right, so here we go. I started with some of the smaller things that are on the top before we get into the bigger stuff. But this is some of the stuff that I'm really excited to get. Middle Earth Allies. So Middle Earth Allies, and this one cuts the same direction that I just said I shouldn't cut in any longer. But, you know, if I'm anything, I'm predictable, right? And then what is this? Poisoned Toast. This looks like more stuff from the same game over there. I can't remember the name of it. What is it? Anyway, that game that I had more promos for, there's some more cards. And we'll pull those out again. But let's get down to the table and check these out real quick. This is one of the little mini expansions for Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth. It's really one of my favorite little card games. So expansion requires the base game to play. So here's the thing. I'm going to have to destroy this packaging in order to break it open. But here we have so the Sauron allies and different things that we can do there. Here are the rules for the expansion, and of course it'll tell you how to put them into the base game and all that good stuff. And then Fellowship allies. So, and a little thing for that. So a very small expansion indeed, but one that I think is pretty neat. These are all just little tokens that are going to punch out that hopefully we'll be able to fit all of these into the game. We will. There's little pockets in there for it. So cardboard tokens, and I'll put that over there. So some of the different cards here, the different allies for the Fellowship. Again, artwork is really cool. Oh, is that Tom Bombadil? such nice artwork. I love this artwork. So nice. Check that out. So cool. And then these are the allies of Sauron, which are the bad dudes. So again, I'm just going to kind of, let me see, can I get them? Yeah, I can. Bing. Bing. And I'll put one more down here, like that. That's pretty even, isn't it? And so we've got 1, 2. These are the allies for the bad guys, of course. Ooh, Shelob. Artwork is so good. Grima. Definitely looks like Grima. The Balrog of Morgoth. And the Witch King of Angmar. Those look so awesome. Can't wait to put these into the game and play with them. This might be one of those ones. This is a high contender for first play there, Tom, as you were asking about before. And if I happen to get lost on everything, everything I want to play everything first, well, we'll have to meet that when we come to it. But that is the Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle-earth expansion allies. Very cool. Let's see, Tom. Hey, you could always move the coffee cup. No. Don't be logical. It would be great if these expansions came with a stick of gum in the package. That's absolutely funny. Art on the cards is beautiful. You are absolutely correct. I agree wholeheartedly. All right, so those are the 2 small things. Here is the next smallest thing. Oh, okay. This looks... Okay, I'm interested to see how this is, because this is one that JT and I both were interested in, but the artwork and the graphic design of the cards was throwing us off. And this is called Movie Tricks from Chili Fox Games. Chili Fox Games also did Spectacular last year, and I really enjoy that game. So I was happy to give their game a look, or at least one of their games a look, and go from there. So this is called Movie Tricks. It is a trick-taking game by Eilif and Asmund Svensson. Artwork by Eirik Balaska, published by Chili Fox Games. So let's get down to the table and take a look. It is a game for 2 to 5 players, ages 10 and up. Takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and it is a mild game, as you can see right here. So it is on the lower end of complexity. So, okay. So just a little bit of the setup. Here's the components list, rules, and so forth. There's also rules for a 2-player game and a family variant. So I'm assuming that the family variant will be kind of on the lower end of complexity and probably on the lower end of interactivity and what you can do against the other people. But so cool. Then there we have a little score sheet, double-sided. So Neato Frito. We have the director's standee along with a die, and these are these 2 pieces are wooden. That's probably a round tracker, I would imagine. And then this little guy is the director standee, and then you have a custom die with screen printed numbers on it, which that is less than ideal for me. Unless it's good screen printing, which it could be, but usually that means those numbers are going to wear off over time. But again, you'd have to play it a lot in order for that to do. So if you're doing that, it means that it's a good game, right? So we have more baggies here for the cards, and so I'm going to open this up just to see what's there. And again, I'm breaking I just want to see. I'm curious as to the Okay, you can barely see it, but there is like a distressed picture that's back in the background of these things. And so you have soundtracks, a woman. I don't know what that means. Attack. So they have little. Okay, this isn't bad, but soundtracks, rules. The artwork that was on the Geek made JT and I both kind of have a little bit of pause, but I took the plunge, whereas he didn't, as far as putting it on my list. But we'll see. It's another trick-taking game. I think we'll have fun with it, and we'll report back to see how fun it actually is. Oh, I put the box on wrong. There, now all is right in the world. See there? Movie tricks. There we go. Alrighty, back up top. Next one, this is the next biggest one, it looks like. Oh wait, what's that down there? Oh, that doesn't even have a full shape. What's this? What's this? There's magic in the air. All right. See, I even broke the Boy Scouts motto there, or Boy Scouts rule, so that I wouldn't knock over my coffee. Oh! There are more pieces for Luthier. Okay, so interesting. I wasn't expecting this, but maybe these are replacement worker chips. Okay, so there's probably a misprinted set in the box, and they said, here you go. This fixes that problem. Good for publishers to do that, because this costs them an amount of money. I will say that, especially if they had one made for every copy of the game. That means that they paid double. Maybe they were given a discount, but they had to pay something to provide this replacement. So good on Patterson for doing that. Very cool. All right. Next. Everybody's chomping at the bit. What is this thing? He's... Let's see. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. This, oh, cool. This is another expansion that I had a lot of expansions on my list because there were a lot of expansions for games that I really enjoy. This one is the Blessings and Burdens expansion for Tirnanog, which is interesting because JT just said Monday, I think, that his fulfillment for the Tirnanog expansion that he backed for the base game as well, because I own Tirnanog, he didn't, but I taught him how to play it. His expansion came in, but no, wait. His base game came in, and or something to that effect. One came in without the other, but he backed for both, so he doesn't know what's going on there. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into this, and again, we're not gonna probably go through everything here because again, we do have a lot of stuff to go through. So let's get down to the table real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Blessings and Burdens. The expansion, we'll put that up here so that you can see what it is. Ooh, I likey. I think this is another player, another player group of player pieces, so the game can support another player. Those are all wooden with a pretty neat little. I can't remember what that's called. Anyway. Then I think that this is another it's a wabbit. So I think all of the different I don't know what this is for. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Okay. Oh, that looks cool. Little bridges. And then in the journey phase, you may play 2 storytellers in 1 turn. In the saga phase, swap a card in your hand. Oh, these are just different powers, I guess, that you can have. And then the Blessed Realms for 1 to 3 players. So a new solo mode comes on in. So Module 1 is the new Gaia cards. So that's these. That's cool. Module 2 is the Blessed Realms, which the cards you discard each turn will impact the number of points each region is worth at the end of the game. Neato. Module 3, Lore of Places. Become a Mormaer, a regional ruler, and gain special once per round powers when you have the largest region of a color in your saga. So that's what these things are, it looks like. And then the Triquetra, or the Triquetra, which are these things, I believe. 16 Triquetra tokens. You will be rewarded with up to 3 blessings. So there are different goals that you can go for there. And then Module 5, the Followers of Morrigan. Draft and play a unique set of Gaius cards, or Geese cards, however you want to say it. And there you have it. So it's a modular expansion, comes with different things that you can add to your game to switch up how the game plays. So again, really enjoy expansions like this. They don't really change much about the game. They just give you different ways to explore the game's boundaries and mechanisms. So I like that. So there we have it. Boom, 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 boom. Very cool. Looking forward to trying that one out. Tyrannog, Blessings and Burdens. All right. I'm going to have to start putting some of these somewhere else. Silica gel over here to be discarded later. We don't leave it out for the pets to get a hold of. Audio is a tad quiet, Papa says. All right, Papa. Let's see if we can fix that audio for you. Boom. And let's go with this. And all right. It's about to get loud, folks. So if it's too loud, you're too old, right? Is that better? Hopefully it is. If it isn't, that's about the best I can do because I'm at 100% here and I am at full bore on the left and right channels. So we're going to do that and hopefully that'll help. If it doesn't, not much else I can do about it. There we go. All right. Morning, Sam. Pat Wells is here. What's up, Pat? Good to see you. You're welcome, Papa. Anything I can do to help. I'm at the limit of my ability to help. So turn it up to 11 on your end if it's still not good enough for you. 5 by 5. I don't even know what 5 by 5 means. What does that mean, dude? You and your military lingo. I'm just kidding. I don't know if that's military lingo. All right, here is another smallish one. Let's see. Ooh, I likey. Interested to try this out with Jess because I think I haven't taught her this game yet, and I'm actually kind of hoping that she really enjoys it because it's a fun game, and this is a duo version of a fun game. So we're going to try this out pretty quick. This might be one of those ones, especially since she's home and not doing well. Celestia Duo. So Celestia is a really fun game about basically pushing your luck and trying to score the most points. And so, let's see. That came off pretty well. And that's probably just going to go right into, oh no. All right, here we go. Oh! It's just a single card in there, and I don't want to mess it up. There we go. All right, Weisenkata. Weisenkata. It looks like a promo card for some people in somewhere. Don't know where. Anyway, Bruno Catala, great designer, great little game. And Celestia has been a favorite of mine for a while. And so I like two-player games because it's really how I play games more often than not. Anyway, let's go ahead and get down to the table. Boom, boom. So Celestia Duo. Never played Celestia. Coming in loud and clear. Oh, 5x5. Gotcha. Okay. 10 years. Huh. I don't know what that means. Man, I'm not punching any of these out because they are made to be put onto things. So, looks like these are for you to punch onto the ship. And the ship, which before they were kind of little pawns, pawns. So anyway, different things here. There's the actual ship, it looks like, or at least part of the actual ship. Here's the rest of the ship, maybe. And it also comes with directions on how to build the ship. Oh, there's actually two ships. It looks like a pirate ship and the regular ship that everybody goes on. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to keep that straight. So all of these can go in here. All of these things are good. So that's the, I guess, this looks like a pirate ship, and this looks like the ship that everybody's traveling on. But there you have that. I'm going to put all this stuff back in here. And here are the dice you're going to be rolling and the different cards that you're going to be using that you have in your hand to push the limit here a little bit. Don't know, not sure exactly what that is. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there though, because that was on the outside of the box. We'll put all that in there, and then we usually do this first, but we'll look at it last. So there's the rule book. Here's all of your contents, and then all of the stuff. So just give you an idea of the game. Celestia is pretty cool. You're basically just trying to get to the highest amount of places, and you're going to be scoring points. So, oh, there's a final battle. Is this cooperative? The limited communication cooperative game. Oh, see, did I know that? I don't know. I don't even know if I know that. If I knew that, rather. All right, well, that is Celestia Duo. Boom. All right, I want to play it. It looks neat. Yep, and we each get a ship. I don't know if we each get a ship. I think the pirates are somebody that we're going to cooperatively be battling against. 5x5 means the signal strength and clarity are both at the top of the scale. 5x5. There, that's cool. Thank you, Pat. Appreciate you. All right, we'll go to all of these other ones. Look like they're about the same size. We'll go with this one next. This is one that I got to play at Origins, and with Tom and Jason and Stefan from Asmodee. And I'm actually really interested to try this one out with JT, because JT hates roll and writes, and this is basically a roll and write for Seven Wonders, and it's called Seven Wonders Dice, and this was a lot of fun to play. Now, and hopefully I'll be able to kind of explain how it works in a very general way, but JT, there are very few roll and writes. Matter of fact, I think there's only one roll and write that he actually likes, and that's Welcome to the Moon. But he enjoys it for the puzzle aspect of it and all that kind of thing. But that boggles my mind, because most roll and writes are all about the puzzle. and so we'll see. But this is a fun little game. And let's get down to the table. Boom. That looks great, right? So 7 Wonders dice. We'll keep that up here. And so there's all of these different colors of dice that are out here, all of the different colorblind symbols. So green is gray, has a triangle, gray has a diamond, blue has a rectangle, yellow has a circle. And so that's in throughout. Little picture on how the game sets up. And that's another cool thing about it, right? All of these, this is all the rules. It's like super simple. Permanent effects, these are all player aids that you can have out on the table. And then it is also dry erase. And that for me was a little bit of a sticking point because I'm not a huge fan of dry erase markers when they are mass produced like this, because generally speaking, oh wait, is it wax? They're wax. Oh, see, they were dry erase in the prototype. Interesting. I don't know if that's better, but interesting. I got to try it. I got to try it because that's interesting to me. All right, so everybody's going to get your own little player board, right? So here's the blue player board, and that's the back side, and then here's the front side of it, right? And so as you're going through and getting different and scoring different things, you're gonna you're gonna mark stuff off that you have actually scored. And they come with these little things, and supposedly this is going to wipe right off. Okay, yeah. All right, it marks off. Sure. But you start the game with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 money, but when you use money, you just mark it off, right? But then you can add more money. When you add more money, you basically just circle it. So that now when you come back and use it, you just cross through it like this, right? And that's kind of how you're going to account for at least your money during the game. But you're also going to be like marking off certain things that you've created that you have done. And now I'm going to try to, okay, it wipes off. And that is actually better than. That's better than. All right, cool. Anyway, what's the stick? So this is like, just regular roll and write as so far, right? Well, you'd be correct. However, there are these little dice, right? And the cool thing about these dice is that I think you start with the I don't know. I think you start with, I don't know which ones you start with. Let's just go there. And you have this little thing here that has these little ridges. And basically what you're going to be doing is these are going to be in here, and you're going to be, on your turn, oh, crud. So you're going to be putting these in here. And so if I want to buy these two for those resources that are shown, I have to pay this much. These are free. This one, if I want to buy that one, I have to pay $3. This one, I have to pay $2. So I pay $2, I get that. I get to score that on one of my sheets, which is one of the blue spaces. And you can spend as much money as you want, I think. Maybe there's a limit on how much money you can spend. But this little thing right here, I thought was really cool. And at first I was like, I don't know about that. After we played it though, I was like, I really like this. That's really fun. So there's that. I'm gonna put all these things back in here. And these things I think I'm gonna put inside that. Oh, they won't fit, will they? Oh well. Well, they're gonna go back here anyway. And then that's gonna go in here. And then here is your scoring sheet for that. This is a really fun game, and I'm really excited to have this in my arsenal at this point because it is really fun. So we'll have to do We'll have to maybe do a playthrough of this. I don't know. But that is 7 Wonders dice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Jesse, you're going to like that one. Pretty sure. All right. Oh, sad face. There's the bottom of the box. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this is one I was looking forward to. All right, you can probably see it already. Because put that down. But see the care that went into packaging this? Super awesome. Love it. All right, Koi. This is one that I was looking forward to because this is from the same company and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the same designers. Am I correct? Yes, same designers as Bonsai, one of our favorite games to play, and this one is called Koi. And if you look at it, it has a very similar looking quality as far as how gameplay looks to Bonsai. And so this one was very high on my list. I really like, I don't know if you can see it, but I really like that shiny, the heat transfer, I don't know what it's called, but printing that goes on boxes that just kind of highlights certain things. So some of the Koi are highlighted and the actual word Koi is highlighted. Anyway, let's get down to the table real quick. Check this out. So, Koi is one that I was ooh, I like it. Look at this. Oh, these look so good. And of course, these have a little transfer on them so that, let me see if I can get it going here. But this is one of the things I don't like about acrylic stuff, but at the same time, what acrylics can do is very cool compared to, does it have two? Yeah, it does. Does it have two sides? Yeah, it must. There we go. This is I don't like having to do this, but check this out. Bam! There's a koi fish in the desert. I just think that really looks cool. Put it down here so you can maybe see it better. It's closer to the camera. But anyway, and when you don't take it off, that's the difference in what it looks like. You can barely tell, but I can tell here in person. But anyway, these are really cool. All of these little acrylic things. I love acrylic pieces. That I don't like having to, you know, pull the protective plastic off, but I do like the way it looks. So that's a really cool thing about this game already. More plastic bags, score sheets, cards, which I don't want to pull out yet because I'm not going to take time to put them in a baggie. But, man, I want to look at the artwork though, dude. Oh my. Look at all those things. Okay, I'm going to do it. Jeez Louise. There we go. And let's take a look at the artwork. So just artwork for the cards. I'm not really talking much about the actual cards themselves, but really nice artwork. It's really neat. Some looks like rewards cards here. Yeah, super happy about this. Very cool. Different helpers in the game, it looks like. What the different things in the game do. Nice. These are help cards, you know. That's cool. All right, let's put all these back up. Let's go ahead and take one of these out because we're gonna, well, let me see. We're going to need it. I just don't want to get anything mixed up. You know what I'm saying? So these and these can go in there. Those get protected. All right, that's that. Then this looks like the card, the board where you're going to lay the cards out, and then you'll have to pay this much in order to take those cards or something to that effect. I would imagine. I don't know, but that was what Bonsai was like, and they had a very similar deck, very similar board in it. Here is the rule book. So all of the different components that are in there. And I think I was right, because you lay all those cards out, shuffle them up and lay them out. And you probably have to take a certain number of cards out for the number of players. If you're playing with a lower player count, use all of them if you use maximum player count, that kind of thing. And so forth and so on. Gives you an idea. A solo game, yeah. This, I think, might have a high contender. Tom, I know I've already said that once, but ooh. Different player boards and the Monet pieces. So that's cool. Really do like the artwork on this. Really like the artwork on this. Looks really neat. So, man, this game is going to look so good when you're playing it. I love how colorful these are. And now we're at just the water. So, there you have it. Wow. Wow. Inside of the box is cool. A little bit of a ding there, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. And yes, I did pay for all of this, so I'm not, you know, oh, you just got it for free, that's why you don't care. No, I definitely did not get these for free. I did have some people pick it up for me, and I'm super happy to have friends like that, but I definitely paid for these. So I am not just going, oh, I don't care, I didn't pay for it, I don't care if there's a ding in it. No, I really just, if the box has got a ding in it, the box has a ding in it. Come on. Different strokes for different folks, but I just don't care. As long as the game inside is not messed up, and this game does not look like it was messed up at all. It's cardboard, it's not steel, so you're going to get some dings in cardboard. That's that. Looking forward to this one. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Super awesome. That's coy. All right. There we go. Put that in there like that. Next, I don't know what this is. Oh, okay. This is the game that the other promos that were in the... Oh, wait, this is just an expansion box. This is one that I didn't order. But the Great Council expansion box. Ooh, it's a pretty looking game. Holy cow. This is just the expansion though, but man, that's a neat looking game. So this is just the expansion box for the what is it called? The Synchronite. I don't know how do you pronounce that? Dings from ESSEN are just battle scars. That's true. If it doesn't affect gameplay, there's no issues. That's correct. Yep. All right, so this is an expansion. So what I think I want to do is wait to open the big box first before we take a look at this. So let's put this off to the side for a sec, and we'll come back to that one. Stay. All right. Matter of fact, I think this is it. So yeah, let's just do this one. Here's the Synchronite Foundation. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. This is one that, and I think one of the reasons that this is here, and it is because I think this is one that Alexander actually did work on the rulebook for. Because I think, if I understand it correctly, what Martinez told me is that the first rulebook was hot garbage, and they called in Alexander to help fix some of that stuff, and I think that's what this is. And they have a new rule book that's available that includes Alexander's work as far as editing and rewording and that kind of stuff. So now it's got a really beautiful cover. Check that out. Really neat looking cover. I think that looks really cool, actually. And then here's the back of the box. Let's go down to the table. Might have a better view of it there. But there's the back of the box. Oh, there went the expansion. Okay, every crisis is an opportunity. Will you seize it? We were meant to build a new dawn, but became architects of demise. Behind our shining seal, we gather in silence, faceless, faithless. Don't like that. Feeding on collapse. Really don't like that. It is us who will pull the strings of nations and hold the levers of power. We are not a force of chance, but a grand design. The question is not who will stop the Synchronite Foundation, but who among us will dare to take it over. Be a merciless opportunist across 4 phases? What? That's not something that sounds fun. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Wow, look at that. That is a very cool piece of artwork. Now, it's very foreboding, and it looks evil, but it looks, it's nice looking. You know what I mean? So, here we go. Who's this dude? Timon Thone. All right. Cool. I know nothing about this game. This is one of the games I think they just picked up that they wanted to send to me, and I think, not absolutely positive, but I think this is the rule book that is like no bueno. Niels Hersman is the manufacturing expert. All right, cool. Janis Tome. Thun. In loving memory of Janis Thun, my brother, who unfortunately didn't get to see the day of release. This would have been our game. Little one just like this. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. All right. Well, let's see. Wow, I don't know what any of this stuff is. I know nothing about this game. But there's a whole lot of cardboard punch-outs. Different things here. Neato. And here is, oh my goodness, this is a big board. Because it is very many layers deep. Whoa. All right, so here is the board. And I doubt that I'm not going to be able to get it all in there. But man, that's pretty. I'll say that. So basically, I wish I could explain what's going on here, but I don't have any clue. But they have sent the new rulebook to me and that kind of stuff. A whole bunch of baggies. A whole bunch of, these look like different player pieces with different kinds of resource markers and so forth. Ooh, little baggies in here for the different resources, I guess. I don't know what what kind of stuff is this? I don't know what that is. That makes me nervous though, because there's 8 of them. What is that for? You know, likey. That's interesting. So, and then there's a whole bunch of these little, I don't even know if these have something in them. It looks like little cards and stuff. Huh. Interesting. Well, and then there's some dice in here as well. I don't know. It looks interesting, that's for sure. I just don't know much about it. So that's why I'm having to be a little, why does this no fit? Why no bueno? Where did this come from? Why doesn't it? Was it like this? Oh, it must have been. Okay. And that goes in here. And then this goes down here. So the Synchronite Foundation. Interesting. All right. Put that there. We're going to skip the expansion fell. And it's outside of my reach. So I apologize. New rulebook for Synchronite released yesterday. Yes, I know. They've kept me up to date on that. Looks like a game JT would like. Yes, that is correct. According to the BGG expansion, it adds a solo mode. All right, that's cool. Do you ever review games made by friends, or do you find it too hard to be unbiased? Here's the thing. I generally don't review games unless I like them, unless I'm doing work for the Dice Tower, because the Dice Tower chooses not to have that hang up. I personally and willfully admit that it is a hang up. My thing is, though, that if I don't review a game because I don't like it, I am telling my audience something, because I have told them very, very many times in the past, I'm not going to review it if I don't like it. So if I don't review it, you know one of two different things. I haven't played it, or I don't like it. And at that point, you just ask me, have you played this? And if I say yes, and I haven't reviewed it, it could be that I just don't have a copy of it, and that's why I haven't reviewed it. Or if I say that I have played it and I haven't reviewed it, and you know I have a copy of it, you know, 2 + 2 = 4. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it. Yep. Okay, so we have just 3 games left. This is one that JT and I were both looking forward to, I think. So this is an exciting one to open. Now that I've got it started, go ahead and get this out. This one is a little one called Dirt and Dust. Dirt and Dust. And it had something on the front. This looks like it is a little promo pack. Foil drivers. What? I like foil cards. I think they're cool. There we go. Let go. Foil. All right, let's go ahead and go down to the table so I can show you these things. Boom, boom. Foil drivers. All right, so that's interesting. There's very little foil on the actual card. I mean, there is for the name. So Harry Jordan, Sophia Fernandez, Aiko Yamamoto, and Ferenc Kovacs. Different drivers. And really the only things that are foil on the cards are the little offsetting color here and the actual name. Offsetting color over here. That's all that's really there. So I think the actual, like the red is foil here. The green, no, I'm sorry. Where is it? The orange is foil here. On this one, strangely enough, the black part of her uniform is foil, along with her name down here. And then this one, the kind of orange parts of his uniform and his helmet are foil, along with the things at the bottom. All right, so cool. Promo pack. Let's get to it. This just looks like it has some cool things in it. And I'm hoping that we will see the cool things in just a few seconds. So here's the rule book. Custom dice. Looks like wooden components for figures and stuff like that. So this is basically rally racing, rally GT racing. You know, in the dirts, 4x4s, that kind of thing. And it looks like it's got some cool planning mechanisms in it, and that's what kind of piqued both JT's and my interests. Good game icon reference on the back of the rulebook. That's good usage. So here are some, I believe, player boards. Well, that just popped right out now, didn't it? Interesting. All right, well, but anyway, player boards here. And then here is the actual board, I think. Yeah, looks like it. And then, come on, open. There we go. And then I think each person has their own, these don't want to come open. Each person has their own little board here for their actual, what they are planning to do. Why don't these come open? That's making me feel stupid. Anyway, you have these. These are all of your different player boards. And that is the main board that has the point track on it as well. So, all right. And then there is room down there in the actual storage thing for, I believe, the different decks for the characters, I think. Here's where the little things that are going to be used to put these things together. That's cool. There are some custom dice and some that are just regular 1 through 6. So that's cool. Then little different player pieces, I think, to track different things on the board. And then I think we all start with our own dice as well. So that's cool. Player aids, and so forth. Again, I'm trying not to open some of this stuff because, you know, I just don't want to. So, bunch of cool stuff in here. This is one that I know JT and I were both looking forward to. So, I'm sure we'll be playing this here pretty soon. Here are the cars and the little different player pieces and probably scoring track markers and so forth in the different player colors. Yeah, this is probably going to hit the table pretty quick, because I know both of us were really wanting to play this one. So that is pretty cool. Just depends on how fast I can get through the rules and so forth. So that is Dirt and Dust. Sure, pow. Cool factory insert. Yep. I will be interested in your opinion of Dirt and Dust. I've heard differing opinions. So have I. But I always kind of wait. If that makes sense. Because just because somebody doesn't like it doesn't mean I'm not going to like it. Will this be Sam's next heat? Probably not. I wouldn't go that far. But it does have some... it seemed to have some similarities, but we'll see. Let's see. I am Speed. Ka-chow! I let this game pass on ESSEN. Reviews were pretty mixed. I don't know if this might be good enough for a solo-only game. Oh, gotcha. Sam has a lot of work ahead of him. Yeah, that's probably part of it. I pressed the like button. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, next one is... Oh, I'm going to save that one for last. This is one that I was really looking forward to, and JT was also kind of interested in it, but he I can't remember what his can't remember what his thing was about it that made him pause. But this one is called The Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay. The Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay. All right, so this looks like it's got a whole rule book on the outside, which probably means that they found a mistake after first printing and they were like, well, let's just print the rule books again. Let's fix that mistake and print the rule books again, and then we'll tape them to the outside of the box. Which, again, good on people for good on, you know, when they find mistakes and they make it right. You know what I'm saying? So here's the rule book. We'll come back to that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and get down to the table. You have finally reached the archipelago of Scoundrel Bay. Here, amidst the treasure and dangers, fortune awaits in any crews daring or foolish enough to seize it. Fortunes of Scoundrel Bay is a competitive game in which players try to collect the most gold by conquering harbors, delivering crates, digging up treasures, invading hideouts, and gaining reputation by fighting monsters. So again, this is one that I was interested in. Eilif Svensson, Asmund Svensson. So this is, and also Chili Fox. So this is, it's one of those things where I like what it looks like. I like the designers, and I like the company. So this is like a trifecta for me as far as whether or not I'm going to purchase it or not. So there you have it. All right, so here is the old rule book, I imagine, and the new rule book. So I'm going to put this one over here because that was the one that was in the box, and this is the one that was taped to the box. So we're going to go ahead and go through it here, and you see all of the different things. So, and again, not trying to flip through every page, but just trying to get through this so you get an idea of the scope of the game. There's appendix, variants, final scoring. So 15 pages of rules, not bad, but as you can see, it's got pretty big font in it, so we'll see. We'll see. And then here is solo mode and playthrough. So that's cool. I like that. Oh, that popped right off. Huh. And then that popped right off too. But here's the thing, this goes like this. And or does it? Yeah, definitely does. All right, here we go. Got to do it. Well, it doesn't quite fit, does it? Well, that's kind of sucky. It doesn't quite fit. But it does. It fits well enough. Anyway, that looks like a danger track of some sort. We have a whole bunch of wow, so much stuff. Looks like player boards, and this is where you're going to be pushing cubes and so forth, looks like. Different people that you have to fight, it looks like. Well, doo-doo. Why did it do that? Put that over there. And then a bunch of different of the resources, it looks like. And some of those have already come out into the box, I imagine. Yep, there's one of them right there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. All right, cool. Bunch of baggies. And standees for those things, it looks like. And some little tiny dice. Wow, little super tiny dice. scoring sheet. Stickers! No, not stickers. Probably have to figure out what those are for here in a little bit. Then we do have, looks like this is going to be a, I don't know which way to bend that, so I'm not going to bend it. Oh, it's got to be bent that way then. So this is going to be bent like this. And then that's going to go whoosh, just like that. After we get everything popped out though. And so I want to make sure those stay in there. This is going to go in here for the thingy. And then here is the board. And it looks like there are two, I don't know, that might just be the back of the board because there isn't any other markers on it. This, however, looks like the board for the game. Yeah, I like punching out games too. Punching cardboard for days. Yep, don't mix up the rule books. I haven't. That's why I put the other one far away from the one that was here. But I enjoy it as well. I enjoy doing that as well. But at the same time, I definitely get what people are saying as far as being careful and whatnot. Let's put all this stuff back in here first. Boom, boom, ba-doom. And then that goes on here. And then we'll put this one on here. And then put that right back in there like that. Oh, snap. Oh, I can just lay it flat. No problem. Then that goes there. Then this is the rule book that was on the outside. So there we have it. I'll put that in there as well. So that's another one. Looking forward to, but it's going to take some time to get through those 16 pages. But we'll see. But I am looking forward to this one a lot. Glad to have it. And then finally, this is one that both JT and I were really looking forward to. Oh my goodness, this thing is heavy. Can you see what it is? This one's called Covenant. Make sure there's not anything else in there. There isn't. And this is one where you are dwarves. And trying to get and it's also by DeVere. So that's another thing that we both kind of really thought was cool about it. Covenant. And honestly, the new cover is what sold us on it. The old cover, I was like, I'll pass. But with this new cover, I was like, well, hey, wait a minute now. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wow, that's a lot of tape. That just came off too. Usually tape sticks better than that. Anyway, this looks like a little fix of a tile, maybe a promo tile or something to that effect that was taped to the outside of the box. A lot of that going on. DeVere has been hitting home runs lately. That is absolutely true. And this one looks really good. Take a look at it. It just looks really nice. I like the component and nature of it, and I also like the theme of, for example, it says here, for centuries the mountain has been tainted by the creatures of the dark lords, but this dishonor cannot last any longer. The Dwarven King has given the order. It's time to reclaim Karak-sur-Khazar, the lost ancestral home. In Covenant, players lead their dwarf clan, exploring forgotten halls, battling enemies, and restoring their legacy. Only the most glorious clan will earn the monarch's favor and claim victory. So again, just a really cool theme. Right down my alley. Love dwarving, love dwarves, love the as just characters and such, and then the fact that DeVere is putting this out, like you said already. This game doesn't close when punched out. Corner Punch, the pirate game. Start searching for a 3D to print it. Oh. This one doesn't close? Really? The author has confirmed? This is Lord of the Rings inspired. It's quite combo-y but tight, 12 turns and it's done. Wow, that is right down JT's alley. And see, here's the thing. Look, this was going to be the cover of the box. This was going to be the cover of the box. Look at that. That was going to be the cover of the box. I love this cover so much better. I don't know what it is. It's just the colors, I guess, used in this. I'm not a huge fan of yellow. I mean, I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, weird about it. But, I don't know. This was like... This was, yeah, give me some. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's weird. I'm weird. I know. I got it. So, here we go. Covenant. We'll keep that in there so that everybody can see what we're doing. Rules. How many rules? Reglamento. Reglement. So, just got rid of 2 pounds. Easy peasy. The new cover just looks better than like a movie poster. Yeah, that's right. All right. So, different things here. Just going through. That's what the game is going to look like set up. Everybody has their own boards, stuff in the middle. Combo-y and tight. That's like JT's bread and butter, literally. So, looks good. Solitaire mode, that's cool. So, interesting. Wow. Okay. Just saw something that made me say, look at here. All right. So English, 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 and English. Not English, not English, not English, not English, not English, not English. Maybe it will fit. Just kidding. That's funny. So that's cool. Different actions that you have. This is a little scary, I have to say. When the player aid looks like this, a miniature rule book, that's a little off-putting. Oh. Alrighty. We have a double-sided board. So this looks like it is for a different mode. Yeah, this is the solo and 2-player board. Solo and 2-player board, and then, oh, let me get it down in the picture a little bit. That's the solo 2-player board, and then here is the 3 to 4-player board. Right here, it's like that. So, looks good. Looks good. All right. So now, what is this? This, ooh, double layered player boards. I like it. These are really nice, actually. I love double layered player boards. I think they're really, really cool, and I think more often people should be doing them because I think they are that. They set your game apart that much. I really do think so. But anyway, that's really neat. I like that. Double layered player boards. There's a lot of stuff in here, folks. Wow, look at all this. Wow. Nice. You can come out. There's something in here too. What is that? Oh, it's a little baggie. Little baggie. All right. Little baggie indeed. Oh, these are nice. The little acrylic tokens. Little acrylic tokens for all the different things that are in the game. Interesting. Again, I don't know what any of these things are, so it wouldn't be good for me to talk to you about them. Let's see here. I gotta check something. I gotta check something real quick. Hey, when is 5th? What time? So there's a bunch of woohoo. Wow. All the player stuff. All the player stuff. All the different things that come. Wow. A lot of really cool stuff in here. I'm going to have to try to stuff all this back in here because I fear I'm not going to be able to get everything back in the box, as you've already said. Oh no, what shall I do? I'll find something. Don't worry. But anyway, that's a lot of cool stuff in here. Start looking for a all right, looking for, oh geez Louise, look at all this stuff. Oh dang it. Okay, I'm not gonna turn it over anymore, but just showing you all the stuff that's in here, all of the different tokens and whatnot. Jeez Louise, so much stuff in here, y'all. All right, this is going to go right there, like that. That's going to go back in here. That's going to go back in here. Then this goes down here, and then this goes in here, and then this can go down here, and this can go down here, and that, and this, and this, and that, and this. And I'm going to leave this out because whatevs. And that's going to go in here like that. Wow, so much stuff in this game, y'all. That's going to go on here. And I don't. Let's do like this. And then we can do this. Maybe. I don't know. Is that? Maybe it will. I don't know. Anyway, that's Covenant. That is the way it's done. And that is the ESSEN haul, folks. Huge setup from Transgalactica sticker. Okay. This game doesn't have stickers, acrylic tokens, and pre-printed monsters. Ah. Jail. Straight to jail. That's funny. Side with dices for solo and 2-player. Yep, that's what I figured. You will likely have to open it for the building action rewards. The rest is intuitive. Gotcha. All right. We're out of here. Got to get going. We'll see you guys and gals on the flip side. I will probably be back tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to get anything else done today. I just have too much going on. And as far as kids and stuff that they need done and all that kind of stuff. So won't be able to do anything like that. And we got to record. We got to re-record. I didn't catch audio on our bottom 5 and top 5. So JT and I have to re-record that tonight. So I just, my afternoon's already full. So I don't think I'm going to be able to come back later on with a gameplay. We'll do that tomorrow though. So we'll see you guys and gals then. Thanks for being here. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. We'll see you on the flip side. Take care.